Yo, what's going on, y'all? We finally back, and we back here to stay. I'm gonna be making way more videos now. I got a whole new streaming setup, and I'm dumb hype. And also, what took me so long being on a hiatus was because I've been working extra hard, and I've been working on my own product to try to sell. I've been selling multivitamins, elderberry, and apple cider vinegar. This is one of the products that I've been selling. The name is Nature's Health Vitamins. It's your boy Shy, and we back. And I want y'all to subscribe and comment down below. I don't know how to do a proper intro yet, but your boy is back and back and back. And I'm about to do a video today, right? Today's video is going to be about who not to fuck with. Hold on, let's put this down real quick. Because I ain't gonna lie, this is some bugged out shit. I've seen a whole lot of shit on YouTube, and I think this is quite the most realest shit ever. Despite the fact that they out there selling drugs and bringing it back to the United States, I understand it's illegal to do that. Okay, granted. Cool. But look how turned up this shit is. Like, when they arrest our leaders, we should all unite and motherfucking go on a tirade and, yo, help our people. You know what I'm saying? When they kill one of us, we need to march the streets. We need to do a lot. This motherfucker's in Mexico, right? Shout out to Mexico, because y'all are some real ass motherfuckers. Yo, bro. It says how Elchapo's sons arrest killed 29 people. Yo, bro. When motherfuckers go to jail, they be snitching. They doing all this other shit. This is not tough. That's not gangster. I don't even... A lot of times, like, when y'all be having to portray yourselves as being a gangster, y'all not fooling me. Like, y'all not fooling me. Y'all ass. This is some real shit. This is some real shit. Like, Elchapo's son arrest killed 29 people. We're going to get right into it. This is my first reaction video of it since I got the streaming set up. I want to show y'all, and I'm dumb hype. I'm not even going to front. I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to be back on streaming. Before I had my little laptop and a MacBook, it wasn't pushing enough power. The videos used to come out blurry and laggy, and I'm like, oh, this shit gotta go. So now I got me a big ass Alienware, whatever. Dell Alienware. Shit is big. It was heavy. Had to carry up a flight of steps along with 2 TVs, build a dresser. I had to get a mic and this and that. I spent a whole lot of money just to start making content. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy. I want to stream. I wanted to do a lot. Like, before, I was just working all day. I hated it. I hated working. But, you got to do what you got to do. Like, I'm not a bum. I'm the type of person, I'm going to go out. If there's some money out there, go get it. I don't care if it's Uber Eats, Uber Beats, Uber Sneaks. I don't care if it's motherfucking DoorDash, Dash or Door. I don't care if it's work in a warehouse. Yo, listen. The worst thing for a man is to be broke. But anyways, let's get right into it, because I want y'all to hear this wild shit. Bang, it's your boy. Comment down below, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Let me know if I should do more. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Oh, I'm tripping.
Cartel leaders is in a Mexican jail cell.
Violence broke out across the state following the arrest of one of the leaders of an infamous criminal gang.
Ovidio Guzman Lopez was captured.
He is the son of the infamous drug kingpin.
Look at my man. Like, he chin up. A lot of these motherfuckers be crying, screaming, yo, turn. I just seen a video of Faithful, whatever, some video I saw on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Instagram. Well, he told the police, yo, turn your camera off and I'll tell you who did it. Look at my man right here, chin up. Like, oh, all right, y'all want to lock me up? All right.
Known as Elchapo.
The arrest of Mexican drug cartel leader Ovidio Guzman, son of jailed kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, has turned the streets of Culiacan into a battlefield. His arrest spurred a violent backlash from the cartel government.
Extradition of El Chapo's son to the U.S. halted after 29 killed in arrest operation. Extradition of El Chapo's son to the U.S. halted after 29 killed. Yo, bro, that's some gangster ass shit, bro. Excuse my language, because I know there's gonna be kids watching this. Bro, what? They not playing in Mexico. Like, yo, bro, they killed 29 people just because of him getting locked up, El Chapo's son. They got my man El Chapo sitting in Brooklyn. Well, he not in Brooklyn Fed now. He in probably Colorado's Supermax. But nah, they not playing out there. I respect it. I'm not even gonna front. I respect it. You bugging. If you don't think this ain't no gangster shit, you're bugging. Y'all out there snitching for less for 5 years, 3 years. Got gunner ratted. He wasn't even a part of the group, and so-called he's telling like this is my man chin up head high and killed 20. They killed 29 just to get him out, and it was like, all right, just let him go. Like that's what they're trying to say. But let me just let play.
Which has placed the entire city on lockdown. Now, this isn't the first time that Ovidio is being detained. We're going to take a look back on what happened at the previous arrest, the lessons learned by the government, and how they've applied these lessons to the recent capture. Chaos, curfews, and car explosions aside, let's examine the never-ending tussle between the United States and Mexican authorities versus the most ruthless and cold-blooded son of El Chapo. Battle of Culiacan, Part 1. The Battle of Culiacan, or better known to the natives as El Culiacanazo, is a 2019 operation that lives in infamy, and is one the Mexican government would love to erase from history. This was a failed operation by the Mexican National Guard to capture Ovidio Guzman Lopez. Prior to this operation, the authorities had located Ovidio's brother, Joaquin Guzman Lopez. There was a heated exchange of gunfire between the authorities and Joaquin's men, but Joaquin managed to escape and phoned Ovidio in Culiacan about incoming Mexican forces. In response, Ovidio called in hundreds of Sinaloa cartel sicarios to patrol the streets of Culiacan to
Bro. Yo, you arrest one of the Chapo sons. They said they patrolling the street. Look at my man laid out as if they going to war with motherfucking Ukraine. Yo, this is bugged out. Yo, nah, this is bugged out. Yo, this is bugged out. You know my business on it. Hey, crazy. Oh, crazy.
shoot and kill any members of the Mexican armed forces on sight. This was an impending sign of mass bloodshed for both the authorities and civilians alike. A large convoy of vehicles drove up to Ovidio Guzman Lopez's house in Culiacan based on an extradition warrant from a US judge. The National Guard succeeded in infiltrating his property and capturing Ovidio, but quickly found themselves surrounded by cartel enforcers. What did they expect? They thought they'd just knock on the door to capture the son of El Chapo and walk out? Shortly after his arrest, Ovidio was allowed a phone call to tell his men to minimize.
You may have tried dropshipping in the past, and you might have started
Bro,
to get sales.
wait, hold on.
Then maybe you started to see
'Cause this is
deposits
bugged out.
coming into your bank account, and that might have
How I
been
get homie off the screen?
But then maybe a few weeks went by.
The violence, but the opposite happened. The cartel intensified the situation.
Nah, look at my man. He's dressed in Call of... Yo, bro, this is that, not Call of Duty World, that Black Ops mask, bro. Look at my... Look. Bro, they are not playing, bro. Look at this.
By threatening to massacre innocent lives and kidnapping people in the street. The cartel enforcers were well equipped with armored vehicles, bulletproof vests, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and heavy machine guns. During this arrest, the cartel took several hostages, including 8 servicemen, as well as the housing unit where the military's families lived in Culiacan. Many government buildings like prisons were taken hostage, releasing important cartel members, setting vehicles on fire, and shutting down airports and important intersections. The president of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, had to step in to order his release, stating that the capture of one drug smuggler could not be...
The president had to release El Chapo's son because they were bugging the fuck out. Yo, the next time the police kill a black man or something like that, I don't think we should kill everybody because we ain't gonna get far. The fucking Marines not playing. But we should cause havoc like this or something because this is... Yeah, but this is the most gangster shit I ever saw. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I done seen the realest of the realest shit. Done did the realest of the realest shit. This is the realest of the realest. Like, they took one of us. Yo, we gonna show y'all we not playing. Okay. Oh, you think I'm playing? Okay. Alright. Like my man, he like, yo, listen, no, just fuck it. Let him go. Fuck the US. Just go. Like, go. I'm probably talking too loud, but yo, like, I ain't gonna front. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
be more valuable than the lives of innocent civilians. The president mentioned that,
No, on the contrary, this decision was made to protect citizens. You can't fight fire with fire. That's the difference with this strategy compared with what previous governments have done.
this failed operation resulted in more than 10 people dying and 20 injured. 4 of the deaths were execution-styled murders of innocent civilians. This operation became a national humiliation for the López Obrador administration and cast doubt on his cabinet's ability to take on cartels in the areas of the country where they had the most power. But what really prompted this operation? Why was the United States Department of Justice working together with the Mexican National Guard to bring down Ovidio Guzmán López? Let's find out. The indictment and the bounty hunt. In January of 2017, the CEO of crime, El Chapo himself, was extradited to the United States, and 2 years later, in 2019, he was convicted by a federal court in New York and sentenced to life imprisonment. With El Chapo gone, the United States Department of Justice had its sights set on the sons of El Chapo, collectively known as Los Chapitos: Joaquín Guzmán López, Ovidio Guzmán López, Iván Arquivaldo Guzmán Salazar, and Jesus Alfredo Guzmán Salazar. Joaquín and Ovidio are the most popular of the sons, both to the authorities and to the general populace. In July of 2017, the United States began to target some of El Chapo's kids, both Ovidio Guzmán López and his elder brother Joaquín López, on charges of participating in a conspiracy to traffic meth, marijuana, and cocaine since 2008. And in 2018, they started working on an extradition process against both of them. The United States Department of Justice issued a release in February of 2019 announcing an indictment against Ovidio and Joaquín, charging them with the following. Joaquín Guzmán López, 34, and Ovidio Guzmán López, 28, are charged in a one-count indictment alleging that from April 2008 to April 2018, they conspired to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana from Mexico and elsewhere for importation into the United States. On December 15, 2021, the U.S. State Department put a $5 million bounty on the heads of imprisoned drug kingpin Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán's sons. The son of the imprisoned Sinaloa drug cartel lord is atop the government's list and is a target of a new federal initiative offering millions of dollars in bounty for help in the capture and conviction of the international drug traffickers. The announcement comes after President Joe Biden signed 2 executive orders to combat transnational criminal organizations. Part of the reason this was done is because of the ever-growing number of deaths from heroin and fentanyl overdose in the United States. Mexico has become the
Now, I ain't gonna front. One thing I can say, we call it, being from where I'm from, we call it fentanyl. That shit is knocking niggas out. Like, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of death going on with that shit. But for 5 M's, you gotta pick, right? It's either 5 million, right? The Mexican, police or whoever snitch them out, bring them back to the U.S. You get 5 M's. Are you gonna risk that for you dying, your family dying, your whole entire family tree erased? I love my mom though, but I'm broke. Like, nah, fuck that. I love my mom. Like, I ain't even gonna front. Yo, El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Son, like, put him in cuffs. Yo, sneak out the back. Go ahead. Like, I see why El Chapo was just paying them off. Like, listen, it's not worth it. Like, bro, everybody's dying. Like, it's like, yo, listen, we're not playing. You lock one of us up. Yo, bro, they out there taking over the jails and breaking motherfuckers out. That's some gangster ass shit, bro. Like, it's real. It's real out here. But that Fetty is knocking them out. So it's like, you want to put an end to it. Which I don't understand. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing at the border? Like, what is going on with the border? How the fuck is it just, like, you barely could sell a bag of weed to somebody without getting ran down on by the cops. Let alone these motherfuckers is bringing pounds and pounds of Fetty and all types of other shit.
main supplier of fentanyl to the US, overtaking China, a development that has alarmed American authorities. United States fatalities from drug overdoses topped
107. And yo, bro, I know a lot of people, like, they putting Fetty in Percocets. They putting, it's places. I used to be in Maine. It's so fucked up in Maine. I'm talking about the state of Maine. I used to be in Bangor, Maine, and motherfucker, all types of shit, right? Yo, bro, it's up to the point, and this was years ago. This was like 2017. I had went to jail for it, so I could talk for it, like about it. I don't even give a fuck. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna tell y'all about my life. I was in Maine. Yeah, bro, motherfuckers is not even using heroin, straight heroin no more. They out there using straight fetty. Like, they want fentanyl. Like, it was so real, and it's sad to say, but it was so real that motherfuckers is dying, and they just see you die, and instead of saying, yo, I don't even want that, niggas is dying for that, they'd be like, yo, I want what he got. I want what almost killed him. Like, that's how bad drug addiction is, and I hope that, we find a better way, because this fentanyl shit is real. Like, yo, I seen it in my own eyes. And then the age bracket of it, like, it's getting younger. Because back then, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm 26. Back then, bro, nobody's using heroin. Like, that's like, I come from that age bracket. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? Like, my family members and shit, they probably was on it, or they did. You know what I'm saying? That was back then drugs. Now, today drugs, motherfuckers on Percocets, weed and shit. So nobody was on heroin. Like, niggas was drinking. Nobody uses heroin, smoke crack. Like, that's like 1980, 70, 60, even 90s, early 2000s. Ain't nobody born 1990 and better smoking crack. Like, unless nobody's trying to be a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against y'all. I hope y'all find recovery. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's trying to be a crackhead now. Nobody's trying to be a heroin addict. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is fatty heads now. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here, bro. So I understand why they tight. Cause look, 107K. Come on, bro.
107,000 in 2021, the highest ever, and 2/3 of the deaths involved fentanyl. President Biden said the following in a recent speech.
For example, since August of last year, Custom and Border Patrol have seized more than 20,000 pounds of deadly fentanyl. That's enough to kill as many as 1,000 people in this country.
Now, we know that opioids were responsible for almost 75% of the overdose deaths in 2020.
Bro.
And the primary driver of those deaths was illicit.
This is how a typical video editor
Bro,
works.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to take perks before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pop a perk, take a, we call them bananas. The little, you know what I'm saying? And they're not cool. Like, you feel me? Now, motherfuckers is taking fetty. Like, you can't even tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? And through the grace of God,
Mexican
I'm still here.
President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has declared that the American federal agents will not be permitted to step foot on Mexican soil and seize them on their own. Analysts of Mexican organized crime stated that this recent pressure from the Biden administration to target the Sinaloa cartel would likely motivate Mexico to go after Ovidio. And that is exactly what happened. Now that we have the backstory, the motivation of the authorities, as well as the story of the first failed operation, let's cover the immediate details of how Ovidio was recently detained in Culiacan. The Battle of Culiacan, Part 2. The Mexican authorities captured Ovidio Guzman Lopez, allegedly one of the country's top fentanyl traffickers, in an early morning operation in Culiacan, a northwestern city that has long been the home base of the Sinaloa cartel. Guzman was captured after the Mexican National Guard stopped an armored convoy in Jesus Maria, a clustered human settlement in the northern edge of Culiacan. As the troops checked the vehicles, they came under fire, but still managed to identify Guzman as one of the occupants of the vehicles. In what we believe is not a coincidence, this latest arrest comes just before a North American leaders' conference in Mexico City next week, in which US President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada will attend and be hosted by Mexican President López Obrador. The conference is set to touch on a lot of security issues in the North American continent. Former analysts and DEA officials have noted this long-time pattern in which the Mexican government nabbed major narcos before key bilateral meetings. I think it's absolutely intentional and performative, said John Feely, a former senior US diplomat in Mexico. This arrest has, however, provided a bit of closure for the Mexican president after the slap in his face during the last botched attempt to arrest the son of Elchapo. Mexican National Defense Secretary Luis Crescencio Sandoval told a news conference that security forces had captured the 32-year-old high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel, Ovidio Guzman Lopez. The arrest comes 3 years after an attempt to detain him ended in humiliation for the government, El Culiacanazo. He also stated that after his arrest, Ovidio was transferred to a military base in the capital city, Mexico City, where he is currently being held. Ovidio's associates responded to the raid on Thursday by lighting vehicles on fire and blocking major motorways out of the city. Buses and tractor trailers alike were set aflame. Reports state that heavy fighting occurred overnight in
Sicarios shoot at an aircraft of the Mexican Air Force that landed at the airport of Culiacan, Sinaloa, after the arrest of Ovidio Guzman, son of Elchapo. Yo, what do we learn from this? Don't fuck with the Chapos.
Culiacan, the focal city in the northern state of Sinaloa, with the sky illuminated by helicopter gunfire. The city's airport was the scapegoat of violence, with Mexican airline Aeromexico reported that one of its planes had been hit by gunfire ahead of a scheduled flight to Mexico City. The footage was captured when passengers of the airline were forced...
Yo, bro, can you motherfucking imagine being on a plane like that, bro? Ducking gunfire? Bro, it's real, bro. They are ducking.
to take cover after gunfire erupted in the Culiacan airport. In a bid to avoid unnecessary bloodshed like the first Battle of Culiacan, street blockades had been erected, and the local government advised civilians to stay indoors and said schools and administrative offices were closed due to the violence. Culiacan Mayor Juan de Dios Gamez also took to Twitter to say this: "We ask the civilians of Culiacan not to leave home due to the blockades that have occurred in different parts of the city. We will be informing you when there are conditions to do so." On Thursday morning, Mexican security forces attempted to contain the violent reaction to the capture in the Culiacan area by Guzman's associates. There were burned vehicles scattered on the streets, and heavily armed law enforcement patrolled in pickup trucks. "We continue to work on controlling the situation," said Cristobal Castaneda, Sinaloa's public security chief. However, 18 people have been wounded in the firefights and are being treated in Sinaloa hospitals, most of them security officials. The violence and chaos were reminiscent of what occurred on October 17, 2019, Black Thursday, when the Army and National Guard tried to arrest Guzman the first time. Now, it's public knowledge that the Guzman family has a long history of escaping arrests by the Mexican authorities. El Chapo is popular for breaking out of prison twice, with the help of his sons no less. They helped orchestrate his infamous escape from a Mexican security detention center in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel dug into the shower of his cell. That makes this a very volatile case, as nobody can predict what could happen next. Would the Sinaloa cartel hold civilians as ransom just like the first time?
Bro, I was booked on Rikers Island before. We almost done with the videos. Matter of fact, I was let it play.
Would Ovidio break out of detainment like his father did multiple times, or would he get extradited to the United States for prosecution? If this video sent chills down your spine, check out our other awesome videos on the channel detailing organized crime, mafia, and prisons. Thanks for watching.
Bro, I was booked on Rikers Island before, bro, right? And I used to be in the bathroom. I used to just be smoking and just little bullshit ass Bible paper, tobacco, just shit that just passed the day. And I used to think like, damn, like, mind you, Rikers Island is like, it's a long bridge. It's like little offshore connected to Queens, you know what I'm saying? But the Bronx is literally right there. Actually, Rikers Island is part of the Bronx, for those who don't know. It's just located in Queens. Ask me how I know. I asked. I don't know. Shit is weird. But anyways, bro, I used to look in the showers like, yo, how can you break out of here? Like, what the fuck? Like, think I'll break. And these motherfuckers is fucking building farmhouses. I mean, building underground tunnels through farmhouses and bouncing. What did we learn from this? Yo, don't fuck with the El Chapo family, bro. I don't think that his son gonna end up coming to the U.S. no time soon, because it's like they learned from his father before, like, you know what I'm saying? And his father's still in jail right now trying to bribe motherfuckers, and it's like the U.S. ain't going for it. Like, you feel me? U.S. is strict. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people do anything for some money. Like, you feel me? Like, I ain't going front. If I'm a CEO or something like that, like, give me $30 million right now. Slip him the motherfucking key. Like, go ahead. That's just me. Like, that's me. Out there, though, I don't think that his son is going to end up in the U.S. hands. But I ain't saying it's not going to happen or it can't happen. But, bro, like, going to war with Mexico is different than going to war with the U.S. Like, you know what I'm saying? The U.S. has no chill, has no, like, no care. They will bomb, they will blow shit up. And, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to, the cartel, first of all, it's hard to get past the border, let alone if the U.S. got to come up there and kill people, they will do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't, like, look at Osama bin Laden. They blew up the fucking compound and they just went crazy at 6 o'clock in the morning and found Osama bin Laden barefoot with dust on his face in his bed looking real stupid. Like, they're not, the U.S. ain't playing. But in Mexico, they're definitely not playing. They not trying to let none of them go to the U.S. That's out of, no, like, that's a dub. Like, 30 people dead. Probably by now, this was, how long ago was this shit? This was 2 weeks ago. Probably hundreds of people who's dead. Is it worth it? Like, I don't think it's worth it. But listen, man, this is video one of video many. I'm back. Your boy is back. Hit my website down below to check out the items I've been working on. You know what I'm saying? Keep your immune system right. Keep your liver right. Just promote a healthy life. You know what I'm saying? This your boy Shy, and I'm out.